There are two ways to experience a broken public service. One is inconvenient, the other is dangerous. When the power goes out, some people light candles, others lose medical equipment. When water stops flowing, some people will just buy bottled water, others walk for kilometers. When systems fail, the difference isn't patience or resilience, it's options. In the last episode, we looked at who really runs the state and how power operates quietly between elections. Today, we're looking at the uneven consequences of that power, because broken governance doesn't land the same way for everyone. The core question in this episode that we're asking is, why do failing systems always hurt the same people the most? And what does that tell us about inequality, power, and responsibility? There's a phrase that we hear a lot: the system is broken. But systems don't exist in isolation, right? They sit inside economic inequality, historical exclusion, unequal access to resources. So when a system fails, it doesn't reset everyone to zero. It magnifies what already exists. When public services fail, there's an unspoken assumption. If it's bad, people will find alternatives. But alternatives cost money, right? So let's break that down. If public health care fails, some people go to private hospitals, others wait or don't get treated at all. If public transport collapses, some people buy cars, others walk, taxi hop, or lose opportunities. If public education weakens, some people will go and pay school fees, others inherit under-resourced classrooms. Failure doesn't disappear, it just relocates along economic lines. One of the quietest consequences of governance failure is this: communities start paying twice. They pay through taxes and through private solutions, like hiring security because policing is weak, fixing roads because municipalities don't, fundraising for school basics, and paying for water delivery over time. This creates a dangerous normalization. This is just how things are. But this isn't resilience, this is substitution, and not everyone can actually afford it. Here's the stuff that really makes the headlines. The cost of failure isn't only financial, it's also in the hours spent queuing, right? In children missing school, women carrying extra care burdens, people navigating danger just to access basics. Time becomes the currency of inequality, and the poorer you are, the more you pay. Here's a critical thinking shift that all of us voters can make. When we are assessing governance, let's not ask, does this affect everyone? Let's instead ask, who absorbs the shock? Who has an escape route? Who pays in time, safety, or dignity? Who is invisible in official explanations? If harm concentrates in the same communities, the problem is systemic, not accidental. Democracy assumes a shared stake, but when failure becomes survivable for some and catastrophic for others, trust erodes. People stop believing that the state works for them, that voting changes anything, that accountability exists. This is how disengagement grows, not from apathy, but from exhaustion. In the next episode, we're going to challenge one of the most persistent myths in public life, that corruption only exists when money is stolen. Because sometimes the most damaging corruption doesn't make anyone rich, it just leaves everyone worse off.